Hi, my name is Douglas Piplo, and I'm a snowboard instructor. Today I'd like to talk about a few things that beginning snowboarders can do to get ready for their first season. Without further ado, let's jump into the first kind of category of what we can work on, and that's the physical side of snowboarding. So we have plenty of time to go ahead and get ready before the season starts. So let's start out with the physical side, because that's going to take the most willpower to do. So when you're working for the physical side for snowboarding, you want to work on endurance and flexibility. Endurance, because when you're starting out, you're gonna want to start out and go down the hill slowly, and that takes a lot of energy. And going down the hill might take a little bit more time when you go down slowly, so you need that endurance. So that's gonna be a lot of quad strength, a lot of calf strength too, and a bit of ab strength as well. So you want to work out those areas in particular, but you can keep it light and easy. It's not a super serious death workout. You don't need to get jacked to go snowboarding. You just need to have a decent enough workout routine where you feel physically fit for the hill. Last but not least, you kind of want to have some cardio in, just because you don't want to be up there and on your one day up on the hill, you know, for your first day of experience, like, oh man, I want to come up and I just want to learn how to snowboard. You don't want that day to be full on heavy breathing the entire time and huffing and puffing. You want to go up there and have a good time. So go on, you know, decent intensity walks or jogs, bike, you know, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Any kind of cardio, you know, boxing, rock climbing's fun. Anything really, just to kind of get that heart rate going and to really build up for that cardio. Because snowboarding, while it doesn't seem hard at first, it is a lot of cardio, and it's surprising, and it takes you by surprise. And the other thing for the physical side of snowboarding is flexibility. You're gonna hear this a lot throughout your time as a snowboarder. If you continue down that path, that you're gonna want to be flexible, and it'll prove so true for the first day. Flexibility is huge. You want to have to, you know, reach down for the board while you're sitting on your butt, and while it all kind of sounds like, oh yeah, that's easy, there's a lot of people that can't, and it's frustrating for the first day. So to make this first day as easy as possible, you want to get that flexibility dialed in. And for that, you want to be able to, you know, reach down to your toes and strap in your board. You're gonna have to reach around your knees from time to time. So definitely get into that, and definitely, you know, get a little bit of regular flexibility going in your arms, in your legs, in your back. It's all important. Some people that will help you with the physical side of snowboarding will definitely be Mobility Duo. They're a huge part of my last season of snowboarding, which I have not even documented, which is very sad. I will be making a video about that last season and what kind of helped me going through and going into this next season. So stay on the lookout for that. But Mobility Duo, they're huge. I cannot rep them enough. So anyways, moving on, the next portion of everything that you need is going to be the mental. And the mental part of snowboarding is huge, beyond huge. Because you're going to notice when you get up on the hill that there's so many good vibes and positive vibes up there that it's going to feel like it's natural to be positive and happy up there. And learning snowboarding can be a very upsetting time for a lot of people. And, you know, it takes a lot out of you mentally if you're not having fun, because everyone else is having fun and you just want to have fun too. So come up there, and you want to come up there and go into this session with a positive attitude and have a good mindset going. And it really does kind of change the day if, you know, you come in with the positivity. You can't really float off the other people's vibes. You got to bring your own vibe in, you know? And I guess to finish off the whole thing, this isn't a sport that you can just kind of jump into and, you know, have a little bit of fun with it. and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go in and snowboard, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. It takes a bit of effort, and it is an extreme sport, and you should give it the attention that it deserves. Whether you're going off and doing jumps or you're going down the hill as a beginner, you want to be able to understand that this is an extreme sport. It takes a lot of effort, and it's not always easy. And I think just going in with that kind of mindset and understanding what snowboarding is huge, huge. I cannot stress that enough, because I have people coming up to me as a snowboard instructor all the time, and they learn from me. Like, wow, this is so much harder than I expected. I'm like, well, it is an extreme sport. And with beginners, it doesn't seem like it would be an extreme sport, but you have to be prepared to be fully responsible for your own speed, especially with COVID times. This last season was huge. A lot of people, I couldn't touch them. I couldn't, grab their hands, or I couldn't hold them back from going fast. So it took a lot of courage from them to go down the hill and really make sure that they're not, using too much speed. And it took a lot out of them. So if there's one thing that I could say about the mental attitude, is to come in there and be ready to understand that this is an extreme sport and it will kick your butt. But it is so much fun getting your butt kicked by this sport. And in all my 6 years of snowboarding, that is the one thing that I love the most about this sport, is that my butt gets kicked every day I go up there. My butt gets kicked every day I'm up on the hill, and it is such a fun time. Don't worry too much about your first day. I'm obviously being a little dramatic for the sake of conversation, but it definitely is worth it. So hopefully your first day is a lot of fun, and enjoy. Oh, that feels so good. Cover the nose, or you're not sneezy. Sneezy? What? Sneezy? Steezy.